My name is Quinn Coker. I am the owner of QC Home and RV Inspections. The area that I work in is Birmingham and Hoover, Alabama, Shelby and Jefferson counties. I service those areas doing home inspections and RV inspections. I've been doing RV inspections for 3 years, home inspections for 1 year. So I just recently added home inspection license. Very excited about that. And yeah, RV inspections are going great. I'm actually at one right now at Bish's RV in Calera. So the difference between those two inspections, PDI and an NRVIA inspection, the PDI is essentially a checklist, a brief checklist that, somebody maybe not even seasoned, maybe even a newer employee will be in charge of and go through the checklist. And, sometimes they can do a great job of it, but sometimes they can just, kind of fly through it, if you will. And, an NRVIA inspection is an exhaustive inspection where, everything is meticulously checked top to bottom versus a PDI where they're not going to, put that much effort into it. The most common issues that I find on RVs are sealant issues on the exterior sidewalls, the roofing. Pretty much every inspection I do has some sort of sealant issue, and a sealant issue is very important, obviously, because, you don't want any water intrusion. You don't want the elements getting in, because once they do, damage occurs. I decided to be one because I'm an avid RVer, and I went to sell a Class C that I owned about 4 years ago, and I met a very nice inspector who I pretty much stayed with during the inspection of my Class C. Got to know him, got to hear a lot about the field, and at the time I was interested in looking for a new career path. I spent 15 years with a company doing sales, and it was just a good opportunity to change fields. And one thing led to another, and got to talking with him. He talked about how great the NRVIA was, and talked about Athens, Texas, and the training program. And next thing I know, I'm there in Texas getting certified. I tell you, the most rewarding thing about doing this is helping people. I really love any kind of job where I can help and I don't feel like I'm doing a job. I'm not saying that, sales is taking advantage of people, but, some people kind of view sales as like that. You're really just in it for yourself. This field is more like we're in it for them. We're helping them. We're on the front lines of a huge investment for them that we are laying out for them to help them to make that decision. And I get a lot of satisfaction out of customers that I help that are just so grateful for the report. And we go over the report together, and they're just, it's thank you this, thank you that. And they're so appreciative. And I feel like I'm helping them to make that decision. I'm helping them to get things fixed that wouldn't get fixed otherwise before they buy it. And it's just all around just a satisfying feeling to feel like I'm helping people. The most memorable inspection, which I've had a few that come to mind, but recently I had one. It was a Class A motorhome toy hauler that was converted to a master bedroom. The toy hauler garage area was converted to a master bedroom, and it was done in a way that just was, very surprising. Like the flooring they used exterior rugs to put down on the floors and taped them all together and put a big, master bed, king size bed in the master bedroom, and did all these like fancy LED lighting around the bed and around the garage. And when I walked in, I did my research before I went to do the inspection and saw the layout and everything. And when I walked in, I was just shocked at this conversion. And, you would think that A lot of things weren't done properly, and that was the case. Like, just things weren't done right when you go to inspect something that's been converted like that. And this report, to say the least, was a very big report. There was a lot wrong with this this A class. I'm not going to say the type that it was, but it was an A class toy hauler that was a conversion going wrong. I would say the number one thing to give advice on when buying an RV would be layout, floor plan. I've bought several, and it seems like me and my wife, every time we're RVing, we're camping, we're thinking about something. The layout should be this way and not this way. And next time we get one, we'll get it where it's laid out this way. So my number one thing I tell people, and I do tell people, is really put a lot of thought into the floor plan. Kind of picture yourself camping in it with your family. Make sure that it's going to work for you. So in order to make sure the customers understand the report well, I set it up before I send the report. I let them know how the report reads. The summaries at the beginning, and then it gets into the body of it, and you can see the pictures and videos that are along those summary points. And I let them know that first, so when they read it, they're not completely confused how it's laid out, because they know. And then I tell them, no matter what time of day it is, give me a call, text, email, let me know any questions whatsoever. And they do. They usually come back and have questions about it, and I expect that. And we go over them line by line. We'll go over it. We even get into detail about when camping, what they need to know. Like, it's there's several customers that are new to RVing, so they need to be educated in how these systems work. Not only did they inspect well or something's wrong with them during inspection, but they need to know how they work when they're out there at the campsite. So a lot of it is going over what I find in the reports after viewing the report, and then a lot of it is educating them on the RV and the systems. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to an RV inspector in the field. My name is Quinn Coker. I am a home and RV inspector. QC Home and RV Inspections is the name of my company. If you want to reach me in Birmingham or Hoover, Jefferson, Shelby County, you can reach me at 205-296-7814, or you can visit my website. It is qchomeandrvinspections.com. My email is qchomeandrvinspections@gmail.com. And I'll see you out in the field. Happy camping.